Hello guys, welcome to Victory Science Hub. In today's video, we'll be solving the part 2 of the 2025 JAMB Maths Past Question solution. So in my previous video, we solved the part 1 of the Maths JAMB Past Question solution. Now the first question says, A varies directly as B squared when A is equal to 4, B is equal to 1. Find A when B is equal to 2. So solution. It says A varies directly as B squared. So that means A varies directly as B squared. So this is the proportionality sign for directly proportional. So A is directly proportional to B squared. So that means A is equal to KB squared, where K represents the constants. So for us to convert from the proportionality sign to the equality sign, we are going to add a constant. So it says when A is 4, B is 1. So when A is 4, so A is equal to 4 and B is equal to 1. So we are going to put it here. So we have 4 is equal to K into 1 square. So that means 4 is equal to K times 1. That means K is equal to 4. Now we have been able to find the value of K. So we are going to put it here. So we have A is equal to 4B squared. So they say let's find A when B is 2. So A is equal to 4 into 2 square. So when B is 2, so we have A is equal to 4 times 4. So therefore A is equal to 16. So our answer is 16. So the ninth question says, if I is a 2 by 2 identity matrix, find the determinant of the matrix. So how does a 2 by 2 identity matrix look like? So for a 2 by 2 identity matrix, we have I is equal to 1, 0, 0, 1. So this is a 2 by 2 identity matrix. When solving a 2 by 2 determinant, the way we solve it is that we multiply this and this and subtract it from this and this. So what we are doing is we are multiplying this value with this value and subtracting it from this value times this value. So we have determinant of I is 1 times 1 minus 0 times 0. So 1 times 1 is 1 minus 0. So our answer is 1. So the determinant of the identity matrix for the 2 by 2 identity matrix is 1. So that is option A. So the 10th question says the sum of the entries in the inverse of the matrix 1, 2, 3, 5 is. Now, the inverse of the matrix. So let's call this matrix A, for example. So the inverse of A, so A inverse is the reciprocal of the determinant times the adjoint of A. Now, let's find the adjoint of this matrix. So we say this matrix is matrix A. So the adjoint of this matrix is, so for us to find the adjoint, what we are going to do is that we are going to interchange them. So these values here, this 5 will go here and this one will come here. So we have 5, 1. Then for these values in this diagonal, we are now going to add negatives to both sides. So we have minus 3 and minus 2. So when finding the adjoint of a 2 by 2 matrix, this is how we find it. So the determinant of this matrix is 1 times 5 minus 3 times 2. So we have 1 times 5 minus 3 times. So 1 times 5 is 5 minus 6. So our determinant is minus 1. So the inverse of the matrix now, A inverse, is 1 over minus 1 times the adjoint, which is 5 minus 3 minus 2 and 1. So 1 over minus 1 is still the same as minus 1. So minus 1 multiply everything here. We'll have minus 5, 2, 3, 1, minus 1. So the sum of everything here minus 5 plus 2 is minus 3. Minus 3 plus 3 is 0. 0 minus 1 is minus 1. So the sum of the entries is minus 1. So our answer is option B. So the 11th question says the determinant of the matrix A minus 2, 3, 1, P, 2, 1, 1, 4, 2 is minus 5. Find the value of P. Now, when we are solving the determinant of a 3 by 3 matrix, we solve it differently. So when solving 3 by 3 the determinant of 3 by 3 matrix, what we do is that if we want to take the coefficient of the first row, that is this row, that means we are going to have this one to be positive, this one to be negative, and this one to be positive. So if we are taking the second row, we have this one to be negative, this one to be positive, and this one to be negative. While the last row, we have this one to be positive, negative, and positive. So that is the format we use when solving a 3 by 3 determinant. Now, we are going to be taking the first row, the coefficients of the values of the first row to solve. So when solving with the first row, since we are going to take the first value, which is 2. So since we are taking 2 now, what we are going to do is that we cover the column of 2 and the row of 2. So this value is what we are going to take. So determinant of A is, so remember, here is positive, here is negative, and here is positive, since we are using the first row. So since here is positive, we are going to having plus minus 2. So we cover the row of minus 2 and the column of minus 2. So this value is what we are taking. So we have 2, 1, 4, 2. Now we do the same for the second value in that row. So the second value is 3, but since we are taking the first row, here is going to be minus. So we have minus 3, minus 3. So we now cover the row and the column. So the row of minus 3 is here and the column is here. So we'll cover this part. So what will be left it is P1, 1, and 2. So we have P1, 1, and 2. Now we do the same for the last element of this row. So we have plus 1. Now we cover the row and the column. What will be left it is P2, 1, 4. So remember, we are covering here and here out. So what we are left with is P214. So P214. So we have minus 2 into, now the determinant of this is now a 2 by 2 determinant. So the determinant of this is 2 times 2 minus 4 times 1. So 2 times 2 minus 4 times 1 minus 3 into P times 2 minus 1 times 1. So P times 2 times P minus 1 times 1 plus 1 into P times 4 minus 2 times 1. So 4 times P minus 2 times 1. So our determinant of A now is going to be minus 2 into 2 times 2 is 4. 4 minus 4 is 0. Minus 3 into 2 times P is 2P minus 1. So we have 2P minus 1. So here we have plus 1 into 4P minus 2. So here is 0. Now we'll be having minus 3 into 2P minus 1 plus 1 into 4P minus 2. So this is 3 times this is minus 6P plus 3 plus 4P minus 2. So collecting like terms, minus 6P plus 4P is minus 2P, and 3 minus 2 is 1 plus 1. So this is the determinant of the matrix. So they say the determinant of the matrix is minus 5. So that means minus 2p plus 1 is minus 5. So they want us to find the value of p. So we have minus is minus 5, taking this here minus 1. So minus 2p is equal to minus 6. So minus cancel minus. 2 divide here. We have 3. So our p is equal to 3. So the value of p is 3. So the solved question says the mean of the number 0, x plus 2, 3x plus 6, and 4x plus 8 is 4. Find the value of x. When you are solving mean is the total value over the number of value. So the mean is 4. So the total value is 0 plus x plus 2 plus 3x plus 6 plus 4x plus 8. So we have 0 plus x plus 2 plus 3x plus 6 plus 4x plus 8. Now the number of values, this is a single value, this is a single value, this is also a single, and this is a single value. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. So we have 4 values. So all over 4. So 4 times 4, we cross multiply. So 4 times 4 is equal to 0 plus, now we collect like terms here. X plus 3x plus 4 is 8x. 2 plus 6 plus 8 is 16. So we have 16 is equal to 8x plus 16. So 8x, taking this to the other side, 8x is equal to 0. So therefore, x is equal to 0. So the value of x is 0. So question 13 says, obtain the equation of the straight line passing through 3, 15, whose slope is 3 whole number 1 over 5. So solution. Now we have different formula for equation of straight line. We have y is equal to mx plus c. We also have m is equal to y minus y1 all over x minus x1. So this is the equation that we are going to be using. This is the equation for slope, which can be used to derive the equation for a straight line. So now we have been given these values 3 and 15. So these values represent our y1 and x1. So we have been given our slope to be 3 whole number 1 over 15. So that means m is 3 whole number 1 over 5. So converting, we have 16 over 5. Now we have 3 and 15. So our x1 is 3 and our y1 is 15. So putting it here, we have 16 over 5 is equal to y minus 15 all over x minus our x1 is 3. So cross multiplying, we have 5 into y minus 15 is equal to 16 into x minus 3. So 5 times y, 5y minus 5 times 15, 75 is equal to 16 times x, 16x minus 16 times 3, 48. So taking everything to the other side, we have 5y minus 75 minus 16x plus 48 is equal to 0. Now collecting like terms, we have 5y minus 16x minus 75 plus 48 is minus 27 equals to 0. So the correct answer is option C. So the 14th question says, simplify 3 over 4 divided by 2 whole number 1 over 4 of 1 whole number 7 over 11 into 3 whole number 2 over 5 minus 15 over 6. Now, for us to solve this properly, we have to use the board mass, bracket of division, multiplication, addition, and subtraction. So, solution. Now, first, we start with the brackets. So, we have 3 over 4 divided by 2 times 4 times 2, 8. 8 plus 1, 9. So, we have 9 over 4 of one whole number 7 over 11 into 3 times 3, 9. 9 plus 2, 11 over 3 minus 15 over 6. Now we have simplified what is in the brackets. Now let's perform the operation. So we have over 4 times 4 over 9 of one whole number 7 over 11 into, using LCM of this is 6. 6 into 3 is 2. 2 times 11 is 22 minus 6 into 6, 1. 1 times 15, 15. So this cancels this 1. This cancels 1. This is 3. So we have 1 over 3 of one whole number 7 over 11 into 22 minus 15 is 7 over 6. Now we convert this one to improper fraction. So we have 1 over 3 of 11 times 1 is 11. 11 plus 7 is 18 over 11 times 7 over 6. So off is the same as multiplication. So we have 1 over 3 times 18 over 11 times 7 over 6. So 18, 6 into 18 is 3. 3 into 3 is 1. So we have left with 7 over 11. So our answer is option A. The 15th question says, a car dealer bought a used car for 270,000 naira and spent 70,000 to refurbish it. He later sold the car for 490,000 naira. What is the percentage profit? Now, what is percentage profit? Percentage profit is profit over cost price times 100. So this is the formula for percentage profit. Now let's find the profit that he made. Now the profit that profit is selling price minus cost price. Now the cost of everything, what he spent was 270,000 and 70,000. So his cost was 270,000 plus 70,000. So 270,000 plus 70,000, which is 340,000. So this is what he spent. So he now sold it for 490,000. So our profit is 490,000 minus 340,000, which is 150,000. So the profit the man made was 150,000. Now, to find the percentage profit is 150,000 over 340,000 times 100 over 1. So this cancels this. So our percentage profit is 44.1%. Now this value is not found in the options, but the one that is closer to the answer is this one. So this is the answer. So in a case where you've solved and you're sure of your answer, but you don't have the value you got is not exactly what is in the option, you choose what is closer to what you have in the option. So the 16th question says, in a basket of fruits, there are 6 grapes, 11 bananas, and 13 oranges. If one fruit is chosen at random, what is the probability that the fruit is either grape or banana? Now, for us to solve this, we have to find the probability of getting a grape, the probability of getting banana, and probability of getting orange. So, probability, remember, probability is sample point over sample space. So, sample point is the total number of that element, while sample space is the number of the whole element added. So the probability for grape is 6 over the total value, the total fruits, which are 6, 11, and 13. That should give us 30. So that is 1 over 5. So the probability for banana is 11 over 30. Then probability for orange is 13 over 30. So they say if one fruit is chosen at random, what's the probability that it is either grape or banana? Now, when we are dealing with either or, kind of scenario, we are going to be using plus. So anywhere you see that they say what's the probability of getting either this or this, means that we are going to be adding the probability of one, the first one and the second one. So they say either grape or banana. So the probability of either grape or banana is going to be probability of grape plus probability of banana. So all in probability means plus. So probability of grape is 1 over 5 plus probability of banana is 11 over 30. So that is LCM is 30. So we have 6 plus 1, which is 7 over 30. Okay, it's 11. 6 plus 11. 6 plus 11 is 17 over 30. So that is option A. So that's our answer. So question 17 says integrate y equals to 4x cubed plus 2x plus cos x. So solution. When integrating, let's say we have y equals to 3x squared. When integrating this value, what we are going to do is that in integration, we add 1 to the power of the variable and divide through by that power, that is 2 plus 1. So this is going to be 3x squared x cubed all over 3. So this will cancel this, so we have x cubed. So we are going to apply this here. So integrating y equals to 4x cubed plus 2x plus cos x. So the integral of y, integral of 4x cubed plus 2x plus cos x dx. Now, when integrating, we integrate them individually. So we have integral of y dx is equal to, integrating 4x, we have 4x cubed plus 1. So we have 3 plus 1 all over 3 plus 1 plus 2x 1 plus 1 all over 1 plus 1. X is the same as x raised to the power 1 plus integrating cos x, we have sine x plus the constant. When we integrate, we always add the constant c. So this is going to be 4x raised to the power 4 all over 4 plus 2x squared over 2 plus sine x plus c. So this cancels this cancels this. So we'll be left with x raised to the power 4 plus x squared plus sine x plus c, which is option B. So option B is the correct answer.